Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming. We're back here in Betrayer, and in the last episode we had spent some time clearing out the overworld, and then we went, found the two wraiths. I cleared out these two totems, so we just have these two totems, the two shadows, and the two wraiths to deal with, which I think we can accomplish in this episode. We did kill another crazy creature. Anyway, who are you? Wraith. Where is Winifred? I must find my wife. Where did you last see her? I remember she was in a field, brushing a horse. I called her and she waved to me. Who are you? Calvin Stevens. Captain Calvin Stevens. I found a bloody cloth in a field outside the walls. I remember I called to Winifred and she waved to me. Suddenly the horse screamed and reared up and threw her aside. The beast trampled her as it lunged away and leapt the wall. I ran to her, tearing a strip from her gown to try to staunch the bleeding. Then I saw the girl, Emma Clark, standing by the fence, staring dumbly, her hands bloody. I called out to her, but she ran away. Alright. He has nothing more for us to... So what I'm going to do is talk to this wraith. Where is that damnable girl? I keep calling for her, but she won't answer. Who? My maidservant, Emma Clark. Where did you see her last? In front of the church. Our eyes met for just a moment through the congregation. I called out to her, but she couldn't hear. Who are you? Charity Hammond. It appears someone was burned at the stake in front of the church. I remember now. Our eyes met for just a moment through the congregation. I called out to her, but she couldn't hear over the shouting and chanting. Then the flames rose up, and she started to scream. Why was she burned? It was Calvin Stevens who sentenced her. Really? Well, about that. Let's come over here. Should be a wraith over here, but there does not appear to be one. So what I'm going to do, I'll come back and talk to the wraith here. You sentenced Emma Clark to burn. It isn't enough to kill a witch. She had to be purified. Now, does he say anything different? Nope. Alright, so... does the... Yes, indeed. Let's talk to this shadow. Why did he forsake me? Who? The Master. Who do you mean? Mr. Hammond. Tobias. You are Emma Clark? Yes, I remember now. Calvin Stevens saw you standing by the fence with bloody hands when his wife was trampled. I remember walking back towards the fort through the woods with Tobias. He cried out suddenly and drew his pistol. I was terrified, but it was only a hare we had startled from the brush. Tobias took aim and fired, but the shot didn't kill it. It was screaming and writhing horribly, so I ran to it and wrung its neck so that it would not suffer. I wiped my hands on the leaves, but I couldn't get the blood off. After that, I walked back alone, so we would not be seen together. Alright, about that. Let's talk to this wraith. Emma's hands were stained with rabbit blood. The smell must have spooked the horse. Yet only that morning Winifred told me the girl had stolen a child and bewitched a gentleman of the colony. What happened cannot have been chance. Whose child was stolen? Charity Hammond's, and it was her husband who was bewitched. She testified to it. Alright. Let's take a look to see what Charity has to say. Charity Hammond, you testified that Emma stole your child and bewitched your husband. I only told the truth, that I lost the child I was carrying shortly after Emma came to work for me, and that I was desperate to conceive again. But Tobias would not lie with me. In the end, he gave Emma what should have been mine. She was pregnant. You didn't claim it was witchcraft? No, though I didn't claim it wasn't. But it was Tobias who truly sealed her fate, saying that he had been snared by her sorcery and led into iniquity against his will. When he killed himself, some said it was her curse still on him, but it was only guilt for betraying her. Alright about that, so let me guess. This wraith up here is most likely Tobias. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head up there. Are we going in the right direction? No, I need to go in that direction. So that's where I'm going to go. In that direction. Roughly in that direction. Oh, there's the shadow. Anyone else around that we'll want to be concerned about? Nope. Oh, yes. Shadow. I still hear her screams. I can't escape them. Whose? Emma's. I prayed it would end quickly, but it did not. I prayed for mercy, but there was none. You're Tobias Hammond? Yes. You testified against Emma? I remember their faces when they came for her. They thought they'd found the root of our ills. I could see that they would not be swayed. I could not save her. If I tried, I too would be swept away, hung as an admitted adulterer. Alright. Well, what I'm going to do is head up there to that totem. And we are going to, of course, take care of that corruption. Although, I really should have filled up. Yeah, maybe I should not be in such a hurry. Alright, well, I lost one arrow. Going in this direction. What is this right here? Explosive. Shrouded in corruption. Whoa! Drink! Silver skull. Yeah, at this point I'm going to head back to salmon. Yep. I think I got lucky there. Alright, so now, yeah, I just have that left to do. So let's return back to Fort St. George. Fill the water skin. And I'm short a little bit of arrows. Alright, so I'm going to head up in that direction, find or defeat that totem. Yep, in that direction. And what I might as well do is reload and reload. Okay. Well, about that. Oh, nice. Where are you going? Alright, where's the totem? It's just up here. Once we clear this, we'll be able to move on. Alright, so I'm near full health. Oh, nice. Alright. Well, about that. The wind has shifted, dispersing the stench of corruption from the area. Let's return to Fort St. George. Now I'm going to drink up. I'm going to come back here. And... okay. Let's go back to the store. Longbow arrows. I'm going to get pistol load. And apparently... alright. Quality longbow. 45 damage. I could really use that. Longbow quiver. What's that? Next 4 arrows? Nah. Anyway, what I'm going to do is talk to this Wraith. Nothing? Okay. Let's talk to this Wraith. Charity Hammond never mentioned witchcraft, for she did not believe that Emma used sorcery. Yet she did not protest when others accused the girl. Could she have truly been so spiteful? Tobias Hammond only testified against Emma to save himself from being punished for adultery. He took his own life soon after she was executed, answering one act of selfish cowardice with another. Investigation is complete. So I'm guessing that is... okay, not all. Charity Hammond, why did you let Emma die? I remember our eyes met for just a moment through the congregation. I called out to her, but she couldn't hear over the shouting and chanting. Then the flames rose up and she started to scream, and I found myself hoping that all would be just as it was before she came into our lives. Investigation is complete. Alright. Well, at this point... investigations. Emma St. Clark, Fort George, that is complete. Winifred Stevens, that is complete. Still don't know anything about the Maiden in Red. Notes, summary of Fort George. Okay. Restore the Garden to Perfection. people. Emma Clark. Still don't know, apparently, all information about this one. Charity Hammond. Tobias Hammond. Calvin Stevens. And, of course, the Graves. If we go into clues, Bell Clapper, Bloody Cough, Burnt Steak, Letter to a Blackmailer. Letter to a Blackmailer strongly encouraging an end to the blackmail. Really? Wine and a woman's shoe. Alright, at this point, I'm going to end the ringing of the bell. And let's talk to the maiden in red. We lived here for some time. I remember that it was peaceful at first. I felt hopeful that this would one day be a good home for us. I have learned the fate of a wraith. What did you learn? Charity Hammond allowed her maidservant to burn as a witch because her husband had made her pregnant. Can it be that she thought 2 lies were a fair trade for her shame and sorrow? She was gravely mistaken. The further west we travel, the more unsettled I become, but I must not be ruled by fear. Do you have anything else to say? Nope. Alright about that. Well, since we cannot... I'm curious. I can only assume that this is a miss marker. Yep. Anyway, at this point, I'm going to head to the north, to the Valley Road. We have full ammo, we have full weapons. Alright, we are here in the outlying settlement. And that's the way we came. So what do we have here? Well, it looks like there's something over here. Maybe a small village, a few houses. We have something here. Yeah, about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head in this direction, just grab this stuff that's here. Alright, so I'm going to go in this direction. Although at this point I might want to take a break, but we'll see what's around here. Alright, so there's something just over here. Chest. Head down that way, roughly. Oh, I hear conquistadors. There's one right there. I don't hear any loons, so that's good. Oh, there's another one right there. Seriously. 3 arrows. The game must be overcompensating for... for my aim, so I don't have to take into account arrow drop exactly. Page crap. Chaplain, I have advised Mr. Burden of your concerns about his journal. He asserts that it was Benedict Harper's wish that he document everything he could about the naturals to profit the crown. He reasons that it is not sorcery but superstition that he has recorded and that it poses no more danger than the myth of the Greeks. I can see no fault in his reasoning. I heard a potential conquista. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, there's one over there. All right about that. Oh, there's one there, one there. $17 arrows. Actually, I have two tomahawks. Oh, that was a waste of arrows. Oh. Alright, so we got our arrows back. Alright, what do we got here? Dug up a large rock caked with dried blood. Dug up a distinctive wool shawl splattered with dried blood. The remains of a woman. The front of the skull appears to have been caved in by a heavy blow. Alright. Yep, that looks to be a shadow. There's one down here. And there's one wraith right over there. So we're going to want to come over here. $32 coins. Alright. At this point, I think I'm going to take a break here. Oh, there's one there, one there, one there, and one over there. Alright, about that. Well, at this point, I'd like to thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SB Gaming. And as always, have a good day.